morning and happy Sunday, my fellow miniature enthusiasts. We are back with building the Rolife A-frame cabin. We've been working on this for a few videos now. This is part 4. We've already built a bed and a small sofa, some stairs, a table and chairs. And so we're getting ready to move on to some more items. We'll get in here and see what's going on. But I am so glad you joined me. Grab yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, or I'm sitting here with my protein drink, whatever suits your fancy, and we will get busy. Okay, so I'm looking at the instructions and it looks like our next project will be a large sofa. We are going to start with one of the boards, and my little Buttercup, you may be hearing her in the background. She's being noisy this morning. We need to start with board D. There it is. And first part is D8. I hear you, baby girl. D8. I'm just going to pop that out of there. And we also need D11. And there should be 5 of these. Okay, give me one moment. Let me see what I can get for her. Okay, I'm back. I think she's laying down and calming down. So we're going to punch out 5 of these D11s. That's all of those. And then we need bag 5. Which is this one. And we're grabbing this little pink sofa from bag 5. As well as a couple pillows. How lovely. They're so cute. I'm so used to having to make them and they look awful. Okay. Now we just need to open these 3 bags. Grab my... I like saving the little zip top bags if you send those, because I can use those to put little parts in if I need to. Okay, so first we are taking this part and we are putting what are going to be the little couch legs in here. Not going all the way. There we go. Okay. They slide right in, but then that last little bit takes an extra push. Get that back end in there. Those are really tight. One more. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we got our 5 legs in there. And then we put this on top, but first we're going to put some strips of double stick tape on there. Should have known and already had my tweezers handy. And this takes, looks like 2 of these. They don't really show the back, so I'm not sure if they put any along the back or not. One more. I think I'm gonna just use my fingers because I realized I am completely out of camera range. All right. Peel that off. And it doesn't actually fit up in there completely, but it's in there. It covers it. All right, and then we take the little pillows, and it calls for medium strips. And I'm gonna put them on these down near the bottom. And just put them right on the couch. This is another one of those. It was just too long. It didn't need to be as long as they should have just cut it off. And another medium for the other pillow. And cut off the little extra. And just like that. Oh, I should drop a little double stick tape on there. I think I'm going to need to take a little alcohol pad and go over that. I will be right back. Okay, so let's see if we can get some of this off of here. There we go. Clean up our little mess. And papers. And we are done with our couch. There at the bottom. Now we get to start moving on to actually some of the building. So we are starting with the walls, and we need F, board F to start. And we will need F1 and F6, which are the two big triangles in this board. I should see here. This is F1 and this is F6. And then we need G here. And for this we need G10, which is right there. Also, out of bag 3, we need the circle out of bag 3. need bag 4. And out of this one, we need the big handle that I put into the wrong board on the previous video. And another one of the small ones. Which is what it's supposed to have gone in the old one. And then I did end up finally putting in it. Okay. And one more thing from the paper, we need M16. Just realized that M16 really isn't marked. So I gather that it is, yeah, it's this right here though. Oh, I had it on the wrong side. I'm not used to the paper having 2 sides in these kits. Okay, so we're going to start with F6, which is this one. And it's telling me to make sure that the printed side is out, which it is. That's, I'm guessing the lines is what they're referring to. And the first step is to take the circle, and we are going to apply it right there. But we've got to take a couple small strips of double stick tape. You guessed it. And we're just going to put one up here at the top. And one down here at the bottom. Circle right on top. I didn't really notice that it's not exactly as big. There we go. All right. And now we take the larger knob, it says, and it is going to go right here in the center. It's amazing how well it fits when you put it in the right hole. Okay. And we are going to take the smaller of the 2, and it is going to go in this piece, which is F1, sorry. And it goes in this little tiny hole up here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. I'm trying to let you see it, but I'm gonna get some leverage on it to push it in. So I'm gonna try and put it on the table instead. Oh, almost had it. There we go. This takes a little pressure. And then we take G10 and it gets inserted right here into these 2. And M16, that little piece of paper, that banner, that is going to be hung off of here, but we're going to put a little small piece of tape on it just to keep it in place. Okay, all done with the 2 walls. So now we are moving on to wall C. And we are going to start with boards again. This time we need C. And board C is this big one here. And we've already popped this piece out, so do not need that. That just gets thrown away. Okay. And aside from that piece, we will also need board A, which is right here, and we need A2 out of here. And we need D. And from D we need D6, which is right here in the center. It has a few pieces to it. And from G, we are going to need G2, G3, G2, G3, and then we need G17. Looks like there are 2 of these. And G18. Okay. Now, what else? Anything else? Okay, we need Y35 it says, and Y20, but I'm not sure what bags those are in. I'm going to look at the material sheet. Y17. Sorry, Y35. Y35 and Y20. It's this big one here. Doesn't really tell me where they are, so I guess I'm gonna have to search. Aha, I think I found them. They're in bag 3 if you go looking for them. 5 and Y20. Running out of room on my board. I think for now I'm going to scoot the rest of this back. Just getting too busy here to see what's going on. So let's move all this up because we still need more items. We need out of the PVC sheet that we already took a piece off. We need another one, and we need looks like the other one down here in the corner. And then out of the other sheet of plastic, we need P3B, P3A. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this outline of it comes off. All right, and last but not least, we do need a piece of paper. And for this, we need 181K K3, which is this right here. All right, now we're ready to get started on this. Oh, we're gonna lose a piece if we're not careful. So, for number one, we're going to take our window, Y35. We want the little opening at the bottom. I don't know if that matters right now, but that's what it's showing. And we want to take the plain side, which I'm guessing is this side. There's a line faintly on the other. And then we're going to take 2 medium strips. And we are putting them on either side of the window. Peel this off. And then we are taking a little square. To peel off. I have a hard time telling which side needs peeled off. There we go. And then we're going to put this right there. I'm going to turn it over and hope I didn't get that too much in the way. And we're taking this little piece and it gets inserted in the little hole at the bottom. And we have a little handle on the window. And it has glass now. So that one's done. And now we are taking that piece and we take the bigger one. Make sure the one prong is up to the top. And we are going to insert this. Hold on for one. I want to make sure I've got this everything facing the right way. This is going to go right in here. And it is acting like it might just, yep, it just fits right in there. Okay. And then we take our window and piece A2 and just simply insert that in there and slide it down in. There we are. And we are taking our 2 G17s, which were these. And they're going to go in this way. And nope, this way. So just like this, but there's really nothing to adhere them to this. So we're going to put, looks like a piece of tape on this, or I'm going to probably put it here, I think would be the best spot. I believe. Okay, no, I had to take a closer look at that. They use blue there, just like they use blue for the tape. So I thought it was calling for tape, but it's just showing where it goes into the piece, where it gets inserted. So this just gets put in here. And then it also gets slid in there. We're going to take the other one and do the same thing. Let's put in there. And then also gets snapped in here. Just like that. Okay. Got a little window frame. Now we are taking the rest of, well, not the rest, I still have that piece as well. This piece, it's going to go like this. We got to get the double-sided stuff off of it first. And this one actually isn't quite as bad as other ones I've had to do before, so I shouldn't really complain. And we need to put some, you're just having me put 2 small pieces of tape up at the top, which I'm going to put them actually on the wood. They're calling for it on the PVC. I just feel like the movable part is not the best one to choose because you have to make sure that lines up exactly with this, where if I put it right on here, like, I'll call it glass, you know that's going to cover this. Okay. Okay. Easy enough. And now we are moving on to the roof for it, for this little area. So we just got like 3 little spots here, and this is going to go on top. I just snap right on there is my guess. Oh, those are tight. There it goes. There we are. How cute is this turning into? I am so excited. Now the last part is, there is this little piece here. It's got a little score mark on it. And we need a long piece of tape. This is going to set on our little window seat. Peel it off. Insert your little put it right on. There we go. Okay, we do have a couple more things to add to our window seat. So we have callbacks to our book stacks and books from the first video. And so we're going to take book set A that we assembled a long time ago, days ago, and we're going to put it on our window seat and give us something to read next time we're just relaxing and taking a break, staring, looking out the window. We're also going to put, apparently this is the one we're in the middle of, which I'm not sure which one and what it is. It doesn't really have a title, but we seem to be enjoying it. It's laying here open, ready for us to come back and pick up where we left off. And it's kind of like our little builds, huh? They just sit there waiting. Oh, cute. All right, so we're ready to move on to the next step, which is this. And for it, we are going to take 2 long pieces of tape and put them on either side of this opening. There we go. And we're going to peel those off. You know the drill. All right, and we are taking this other piece of PVC and peeling off the side, and then we are just sticking it right to that double stick tape, just like that. And we are doing the same, just basically repeating the exact same steps for the frame. I'm just going to put one of these on this side. And one on this side. Peel them off again. And we're taking the one that does not have the opening at the bottom, just the plain rectangle. And we make sure it's lined up and then just press it down. Okay. And then we're going to take and flip it over, and we're kind of doing the same thing to this side. 2 more long strips. And we're putting a little window frame on this one. Now, they do have a couple outlines here for you to follow. And just press it down. And there we go. And now we are going to actually put the 2 pieces together. So we take this one, and it's going to fit right in here, we hope. Looking good. Maybe. Yeah. Oh. It fit, but that one seems a little off. But it fits. It's okay. Anyway. Okay, I think we're going to move on and do one more area, and then we'll round this up for today. But we're going to put this one to the side, and now we are moving on to wall D. And first thing we need is board A. So, A is right here. And out of A, we need pretty much everything except for what's in the center. So we're gonna pop this all out as one piece and put it to the side. And then we will move on. We also need board D. And from board D, we are needing D4 and D5. We don't need that yet, we need this. And this is D4. This is D5. Okay, we also will need board G. And from G, we need G1, which is this area right here. And we need G11. And G5, let's see here, G1 is this one, G11, G5, and then we need from bag 3, Y22, which looks to be this one, and we need Y23, there should be 2 of them. Okay, so next thing we need are some of the PVC pieces, so I'm gonna grab those. Oh, my little stack of books fell out of the window. Let's get those put back on. I'm losing one of my frames as well. Hopefully that stays on there now. All our PVC. And we are needing P3 and P4 out of here, which are the only 2 remaining pieces. So that was, well, it's P3A and P3B. I guess they're the same, just not exactly. P3A is bigger than P3B, just a little bit. All right, I think we have everything. Oh, no, we need out of bag 5. Still need a couple more items. All 5. We need these 2 black racks, I guess they look like to me. It looks like they're actually pieces you might pop out. We'll see. Okay. So we are going to start with D4 and G1. D4 was this one, and this was G1. And we are going to put this over the other. Give it a little frame. And we are using 2 sides of the, or 2 strips of the long double stick tape for this. Helps if I do it from the right side. one more. And you can peel those off. And attach the frame. Better if I set it down. There are 4 holes above and below the window, and you want to make sure you are not covering those up. I want it to pop off. I was just trying to get it to line up a little bit better. There we go. Okay. That is on there. And now we are going to take one of these and we are popping out a couple parts. So we want one of each of these, it looks like. Just twist them until they come off. Okay. And P19A, which is this piece. Hope you can see that. That is going to go up here. Looks like these are actually the ones that are higher. So these are going to go up here. Okay. They look like a little hinge. And looks like we need both of those. These are both going up here at the top. And then the other two are going to go in the bottom. And they go in this direction. Those are very close to being covering those holes, but they seem to be just perfect. There it goes. Okay. Didn't want to go in there all the way. So now we have that. Oops. I messed it up. This needs to go on the other side of the window. Same way with this one. Okay. Now we're going to stay on this side, and we are putting on a couple strips of double stick tape so we can attach PVC to this window. Same as we've been doing, just a long strip down each side. Okay. Get it off. And this one is for the bigger. I'm gonna do that again. one is done, at least for now. And so next we are taking the smaller one, and I think we're just basically doing the same thing on this one. So 2 more long strips. Peel them off. Now I'm going to take our next frame. And we're going to use these again. So we need these 2 first. Actually, let me just put these 2 in this side. This time. Okay, and we're taking the smaller piece of PVC and we're going to apply that next. Or no, I'm sorry. Yes, sorry. Okay, and so we're gonna peel it off. Before we do that, we need to put on some tape. And again, 2 long strips of double stick tape. A piece of PVC, line it up, and lay it down. All right. And next, so we take this, and this, and we are going to put them together. Let's just fit together just like that. Yep, they just pop together. Just gotta, yep. Look at that. How cool. All right, and we want this side. We're gonna take G5, which is this little handle. It's getting put right in there. And now this is part C. But we need Y22, which is this. And we are putting the last 2 of these in there. There we go, just like, oh no. Okay. I think we're just going to keep moving forward. I'm sure you saw what just happened. It still seems pretty secure And by looking at the instructions, I think it's going to be okay. As long as it doesn't break any further. If I see any tension on it, I'm going to probably pull it back off and glue it and leave it set for a day before coming back to this. Wow, that just snapped. Oh, okay. Next step is we're going to take this, and it is getting attached to this piece. It's going to go right there, because we are taking these two pieces and sliding them through. I'm actually going to go ahead and get those in there before I try and put the other part on. Especially because I'm not wanting to have to put any more pressure on this part than I need to after that. There, I think we're okay. All right, so next is attaching this part to this. And just like we did before, these little things are going to get snapped in there. Okay. I don't think that's going to put too much pressure on that. I think it'll be all right. So there we go. I think we are done. All right. And I think that is a great stopping point. So I am going to go and gather up everything so we can see where we are at, and I will be right back. All right, wow, we have really started to grow an assortment of items for our little cabin. Couple new walls. We've got the bed and table and chairs that were from a few videos again now, though. I'm just really thankful for those of you who have watched my videos. I did want to ask, if you like this type of content, if you like what you're seeing, please do me a favor and give it a like. If you want to comment, let me know where you're from. Maybe how you've gotten involved in miniatures, what you enjoy about it. Subscribe, it's free, it really helps grow my channel. I would like to get this out to as many people as I can. Other than that, I think we're going to wrap this up for today. I did want to say thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Until next time, please remember, pay attention to the little things.